Hey there, Virgo. This is me. I'm talking to you for 2023. What highlights are there for you this year? So I'm going to try to do this in 5 minutes or less. So forgive me if I miss out quite a lot, because a lot can take place in a year. But these are some of the most important things that I see coming up for you. Now, the first thing that I think is worth mentioning is the fact that where are we? Virgo. The first thing that I think is important is to recognize the importance of what's going on with Saturn as it enters into the sign of Pisces on March the 8th. So Pisces is in the 7th house from your sun sign. And you've got Saturn going into your 7th house, which is about things getting a bit more serious in terms of your relationships. Now, not just your relationships, I'm talking your friendships, your business, collaborations. It really just looks like it's time for you to formalize things a little bit more. You know, it's a time when you might want to think in terms of longevity. So if you've been in a long-term relationship with somebody, now is the time, you know, from March, your feelings of seriousness will need to be explored. You know, it's almost like you need to either shit or get off the pot, you know, make a firm commitment or move on. You know, it just feels like as Saturn goes through this area of your chart for the next 2.5 years, it's going to get clear whether you're holding on to something because it's comfortable or because it's the right connection with you. And like I say, it's not just about your relationships, it's about your business too. It's time to assess how likely something is going to be. Is it going to be featuring in your long-term picture? Now, Chiron has been in the sign of Aries for quite some time. Now, Chiron is in your 8th house, and it is in quite a painful area for you, Virgo. It is sort of opening up this wound, and you may well have felt quite sensitive from, say, 2017. I'm not talking like completely painful since 2017, but it's in a part of your chart that the old wounds from childhood are getting kind of tweaked every now and again. And now, if you are born between 72 and 78 in particular, I would say this is a time to absolutely get really up front and straight and clear with all of those things that are triggering you each month. You know, it's like this little constant dripping tap, but it's like dripping into your head and onto your heart and saying, hey, look at me, look at me. And it's bringing up feelings of shame and guilt and unworthiness. Now, between February and April, there's a lot of opportunity for you to explore that and let a lot of that go. You've got Jupiter going through your 8th house, and it's going to help you move from one stage of life to another. It feels like you've been held back a little bit by your connections. And it's time to break yourself free from some things and realize that some things are actually bringing you further into guilt and shame, and other things are removing that. So this seems like a year, in particular, early spring, when you can start to process some of these things and also get more clarity on it. It's felt very much like it's been a confusion for you to get really clear as to what is yours and what's not yours. So I see this as being quite a useful time. And then from May the 16th, Jupiter is moving into the 9th house. Now, this is kind of exciting because as Jupiter goes into your 9th house, it's saying, come on, Virgo, let's go on an adventure. Let's explore, let's expand, let's have some fun. So you might find that you're exploring and expanding your world in terms of what you know. You might have a hobby that really takes you on a journey, or you might actually go on a journey that really changes the way you work. Last thing that I want to share with you is you've got Pluto moving into Aquarius this year, which is moving into your 6th house. So all areas to do with healing and your day-to-day work are really, really prominent. You might find that you need to get quite disciplined in the way you manage your healing, especially if you're the kind of person that suffers from more psychic type ailments. You need to get your life up real straight. You also might find that you're attracted into some very deep and psychological kind of work, and you're called to spend quite a lot of time working through things. But trust me, this seems like the right time for you to do it. You know, you've got things clearing for you in terms of guilt and blame and shame and anger. And so it feels like you can get to the bottom of what you need to get to the bottom to. So I hope that's helpful. Anyway, if I can be of further assistance, just drop me a line. It's louisa@gmail.com. Lots of love to you, Virgo. Have a great year. Bye for now.